Jaylan, obviously not the result the boys wanted on the weekend. There were some promising signs throughout, but still must be frustrating to miss out on 3 points or a draw again.
Yeah, obviously it's always annoying if you don't get all 3 points, but I think in terms of the performance, I didn't think we were off it. I think obviously we conceded early, but I think we bounced back right away. We didn't put our head down. We got our goal in the second half, but I think it's just comes down to moments in the game really. But I think the performance was pretty good actually.
Yeah, your goal obviously levelled the scores up. It looked quite comfortable. You've kind of always looked comfortable at the level, but did you know as soon as it was going in, but as soon as it left your foot?
Yeah, I think when I turned, I seen the defender, so I took it past him, and then as soon as I hit it, I think I knew it was going in because it was curling around this way, and I don't think the keeper was going to get to it.
You've played, under Zrillich, you've played kind of in that wide role, drifting inside, or
Yep.
you've played in that second striker role, drifting back. It's obviously you're more happy in that you like to operate in the centre of the pitch. How do you find, playing both roles? Is there there are adjustments you have to make to the way you kind of operate on the field?
I think if I'm playing a bit wider, you want to kind of stay a bit wider, obviously, because if you've got one of the strikers dropping into the pocket, then you then got to make the opposite movement. So there's different ways you play the position. Like it can depend. If someone runs in behind, I come into the pocket. If I run in behind, someone else comes in. So it just depends really on how the game looks and what Driller wants me to do.
And then I guess if you're playing out wide, you've also got a full-back overlap.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
adds that extra width, and then you've got to kind of weigh up, am I pushing inside a bit?
Yeah.
Am I taking up the space, or am I giving it?
Yeah.
Obviously it's been a pretty action-packed year for you. There's been a lot going on this season. How you've come to the end of your first professional season. How have you found it?
I think it's definitely been different to what I expected. At the start of the season, to not really playing, to coming straight in and then playing a lot. I think it's been a really good experience in terms of playing different results, different players playing with. Obviously, Driller telling me different things, helping me with different things. But all round, I've enjoyed it a lot.
You obviously had that brief, trip away with. Maybe it wasn't so brief in the end, but you went away with young Socceroos and was a big part of history. How was that experience?
It was an unreal experience. Different boys from all around Australia, even as Aussie boys who have been playing in Europe. Just meeting new people, obviously seeing boys that I've met before as well, and you kind of just become a family that whole month that you're there. You you experience different people's personalities. You take on different things they like, even just like off the pitch as well. But on the pitch, obviously, it's an unreal experience in terms of winning games against big Asian teams, and obviously winning the competition was even better.
Did you know going into that tournament, Australia's record at youth level, on the continent hadn't been very good? Did you know what was kind of, maybe not at stake, but did you realise the opportunity that was kind of ahead of yourself when you entered camp?
Yeah, of course. Trevor, the coach, he always mentioned it to us. We all knew, we seen all the articles, the different things on Instagram, Facebook. We all knew what was being said, but we always had in our mind what our goal was, and we achieved it. So
you've obviously got the Youth World Cup coming up this year as well. I'm sure that's something that's on your radar and something you're really eager to be a part of.
Yeah, of course. It's to represent your country at an Asian Cup is good, but to represent at a World Cup would be even better.
Yeah. Obviously, sounds like you're not going to be with the Glory next year. There's obviously been a lot of talk about potential move to QPR. What is obviously any young player wants to move to Europe at a young age. I know you can't say too much about the future, but what are your goals in the short term?
Just to gain a lot of experience, really. I mean, any young player just needs experience. You're going to take different things from different players. You're going to learn new things. In the end, it's about the pathway that you get and how your career pans out. But I guess just some goals, want to play as many minutes as possible and just keep playing my football.
What have you learnt this year which you think is going to be really important for you kind of moving on?
just never keep your head down. Always keep looking forward, keep going. Never stop yourself from doing the things you want to do. Keep playing your game, and everything will eventually work out.
Jaylan, you've been involved with the club for so long as a junior. Will Saturday's home game, your last one at HBF, be quite an emotional moment for you?
I think so, yeah, definitely. With all the fans, the pitch. Obviously, I haven't played that many games at HBF Park, but considering I joined the club when I was like 10, now I'm turning 19 soon, so it'll definitely be an emotional one, and hopefully we can finish it off with 3 points.